Hi, my name is CcHUB. I'm the founder of the Open Data Nigeria initiative, and our first project has been about open governance in this country. I think that if we really talk about democracy, or what democracy actually stands for, is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And it's so amazing that over 85% of the citizens in this country do not know who represents them as a local government chairman, or in the Senate, or in the House of Assembly. And yes, there's so much call. People want to be involved, especially in this generation. People want to actually to be able to participate in government. And so it actually starts from us being able to understand who represents us, what are they doing in office, and how can we also contribute to this system? How can we really create a truly democratic and really great country as it is? And so what we've been working on so far for the last couple of months has been to be able to create a platform that helps citizens by just telling us where they actually stay in the country, their local government area, and we tell them who represents them across board. What are their responsibilities? What are they doing? And also give those in office the opportunity to actually relate and connect with people that they're actually representing, because at the end of the day, we think that is also very, very critical. For any government to truly be successful, they must actually carry the people that they're actually representing along. It's been a very interesting journey. We've been at it for a couple of months now. And the feedback has been interesting. We've gotten a lot of people saying, yes, you're doing amazing stuff, we think this could really work. Especially when in a couple of months, or let's say in a year plus, we're going to be having another elections in this country. People, for me as a citizen, I believe that I, even as a citizen, deserve the opportunity to have a chance to relate with people that represent me, have a chance to actually share my thoughts with them, have a chance to know what they are doing, and see how that will affect me, and contribute back to the ecosystem. And so, I can just show you what we've been doing. This is what we have currently, the local government project. And our focus, basically, like what you could tell there, is to help bridge that gap between the citizens and those in government. How can we all work together as one? That is really what democracy, I believe, is all about. And that is what we are aiming for, to actually enable a truly democratic system. It's been interesting because what we've gotten so far is more of people from citizens across the country within Lagos who like the registry and actually giving us feedback of what they think. Gathering data also has been a problem, and that is one of the core focal areas of what the Open Data initiative itself has tried to focus on. Because at the end of the day, this data is critical for people to understand what is going on. Me being able to know who represents me, being able to know which party they belong to, what are they doing, what is happening, can actually help change the entire game of governance in this country. The biggest challenge for us has been the issue of having access to data, for one. There's a lot of noise around government that being able to get the actual direct facts and figures that you can actually relate back to the citizens is a big problem. There's also been a lot of issues about citizens not really being interested in government. A lot of people have gotten so much distrust for the government that really want to take out time to know what the government is doing is literally not there. And so our work now has been, apart from building the technology, how do we really start getting people back to understand that yes, this government that we have here, they are people from my community, they are people from my local government area. And so if I'm not contributing to the system will still go on, with or without my contribution. So how do we get them back involved? And so these are some of the interesting challenges we've had so far. But hopefully we're already working on some collaboration with some other agencies, and we know that in a couple of months that should also be something we're looking at changing. Our target audience has usually been the urban focus possibly, and people that are, anybody that's really concerned about change in this country. We believe that if Nigeria is really going to be the great nation we all provide or pronounce it to be, then we all have to be part of it. And anybody that is involved or interested in knowing how can we move this country forward is an audience that we want to speak to, and is an audience that we want to relate with. Currently what we have and what we've been doing is you can find us up on our current updates as we're going along on opengovernment.com.ng. You can find us on Facebook, you can reach us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is at opengovng, which is directly what we have here. There's a lot of stream of conversation going on there about governance, about data, and how that all affects us as citizens in this country. Come next week on the 14th of June precisely at 3 to 4 p.m. we are going to be having a hangout session where we are inviting a lot of individuals and organizations across the country to discuss about data in this country, because we believe that at the end of the day, access to data, access the availability and the structure, the accurateness of data can actually help developers, can help the business make its accurate business decisions, and can actually help the entire innovation process in the country. So if you are somebody that is a business person, you're a developer, you're a data owner, you're a data analyst, please check us out on Google Plus and join us on the Hangouts. It's going to be an interesting conversation, and we are all looking at how at the end of the day we can structure data that can actually help move Nigeria forward as a country. We did a showcase at the hub some few days back, and I think it was really interesting because we got a lot of feedback on people telling us, wow, what you guys are doing is amazing, and also timely, because at least it gives us opportunity to actually start building the feedback before the elections start coming in play. And most of them said, okay, apart from them getting feedback on what the local government really reside, they also like to see that information come from the local government of the states where they come from, and all that information and a lot of other issues around how we validate our data are things that we're already taking into play. If you have any feedback at all, or any contribution, or anything or information you think can be relevant to the project, we really appreciate it. You can actually hit us up on our Twitter account, or you can send us an email, info@opengovernment.com.ng, and we'll take it into consideration. We are working on, our team is an ever expanding team, so if you think you can actually have a useful contribution that can actually move the team forward, you're welcome to actually hit us up and we'll see how we work together. I really believe in Nigeria as a citizen. I believe in Nigeria because Nigeria is my country. And I think that it is high time as citizens that we stop complaining about what is wrong or what is not working, and become part of the change process that we want to see. The people that represent us today, they are not demons. They didn't suddenly appear and get into their seats. If they got it legally or whatever, it was because as citizens we allowed them. And if we think it is time for it to stop, then we all have to stand up and make it change. Thank you very much, and it was nice having this conversation with you.